Hello, good morning, and welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. Today I will be giving you the Capper Comparison Picks for UFC 255, the early prelim fights. Go, get. If you're new to my show, what I do is I take my favorite sports handicappers, in this case for UFC, mixed martial arts, and I place them on the board in regards to who they're choosing to win the fights. What else? Oh, if you can't tell from my clothing, this is a pre-work video, so it's going to be kind of hasty, it's going to be kind of fast, because I do have to go to work. Okay, so let's dive right into this. I have 6 cappers today. Actually 7. I'll explain. Okay, so first we've got the welterweight fight between Koski, I don't know, against Sasha Plattenkov. Koski is one of the brothers from the Contenders. He has a brother named Orion. They're both from the Contender series. They're both Native American. Grew up on an Indian reservation, I guess. They grew up with, tough living. I guess from what I've heard, they had some alcoholism in their family, so they had like a rough upbringing, but they, a lot of fighting and stuff. But anyway, it's I think it's made them stronger, more resilient, better mixed martial artists, if you will. Okay. Sasha Plattenkov, don't know much about him. He's like fighting out of Hong Kong, but from his name, I'm sure he's Eastern European, maybe Serbian, Russian, or one of those. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really know much about Sasha Plattenkov. I'm going by what I learned from watching the handicappers. So let's get into this. Taking Koski. Koski's fighting out of Humboldt, California, Humboldt County. It's known for their good weed. That's the Northern California. Eureka and Humboldt County, I guess, are the best weed growing counties in California, possibly all of the United States. I have friends in New York that will argue that, though. But anyway, let's get on with this. Taking Koski. We have the MMA guru. He's the British one with the knit cap. He's saying a first round TKO for Koski. I think it's Koski, I don't know. Raw MMA News. He is the Irish handicapper from Dublin. He's saying Koski by a finish. A little note, Koski, he's 7-0. Heavy favorite at -380. Palatnikov 5-2. Underdog at +315. Big payout for Palatnikov if he comes out. Koski at -380. The value, But I will also mention Koski is all his fights, all 7 of these, all finishes within the first round. But if he has cardio like his brother Orion, he can make it past 3 rounds. He can do a 5-rounder probably. That's what I learned from the handicappers. Okay, MMA fortune teller. He's with Koski. MMA, what is going to teller? Fortune teller. eBay's fight predictions. eBay's is going Koski TKO in the round 2. TKO round 2 in the second. TKO in the second round. Then Clint from Die Hard MMA podcast. Also, what's it? Odds.com, Odds HQ, all that. Clint, one of the odds guys, he is said he's going to use Cosce as a parlay piece because he doesn't care about the value, but he's pretty confident in that Cosce's going to win this. He had on Clint's stream. It was last night during Monday or right before Monday Night Football. He had Matthew Holt as a special guest on his Die Hard MMA podcast. Matthew Holt is the president of U.S. Integrity. U.S. Integrity does like sports analytics and live bet stats and stuff for like for online gambling accounts, I do believe. So he's all about it. He's all about gambling. He knows all in the ins and outs, statistics, all that. U.S. Integrity. I really still don't. I don't think they do anything for the just regular Joe Schmo, but they provide services for casinos to and betting houses, sports teams. U.S. Integrity prevents like fraud protection, or they prevent fraud. They do fraud protection and like live analysis, up to date stats, injuries, all that stuff right up to date. They're phenomenal. U.S. Integrity. If I owned a betting corporation or something, I'd probably use their service. But anyway, Clint had Matt Holt on his as a special guest. But Matt Holt on this, he said he's going to pass on this fight. He's not feeling it and the value. So yeah, but Clint did say parlay piece. I'm just going to parlay here. Okay. And finally, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if you want to call Matt Holt. We have a new guy, a debutante to the Capper Comparison Pick Show. His name is, his name is Luke. That's what it is. Luke, and his channel is UFC Bald. He's bald. Predictions. UFC Bald Predictions. He thinks it's gonna. He's taking Luis Cosce by stoppage. He didn't specify, but he thinks it's gonna be stopped. I like him. He's got an accent, so he's either from the UK, New Zealand, Australia, or South Africa. One of those British found nations where you would have an accent like his. I can't pinpoint which area of the world it is, but it could be UK, United Kingdom, could be New Zealand, Australia, or it could be South Africa. They all speak with the hello, how you doing? That whole, and then free rounds, 1, 2, free. They all speak like that. I like it, but anyway, the new guy. So this here is what we call a full capper consensus. Boom, boom. Throwing pearls. It's a capper consensus dance. A full capper consensus is when all the cappers pick one side. And in this case, everybody's taken Luis Cosce or Koski, I don't know how you say that. To beat Sasha Plattenkov. Everybody's on board with the favorite Cosce. Usually I have my daughter come out and do a dance, but she already went to school. That's how late I am today. Thankfully I have a meeting, so I got a little bit of playtime. Of course, I am not going to go, well, in this case, I am not going to go against the Capper consensus. I'm taking Cosce, and I think he's going to get it done within distance. And yeah, there you have it. Moving on. Next. What's next? All right, Kyle Dawkis versus Dustin Stoltzfus. This is pretty interesting. Oh, great. Okay, Kyle Dawkis. This is Chris Dawkis' brother. He's 9-1 as a UFC professional. Not UFC, but as a professional fighter, he's 9-1. Dustin Stoltzfus is 13-1. He's the underdog at plus 250. Dawkis, the favorite, at minus 300. The rounds are set at 2.5. Over is minus 130. Under even plus 100. Okay, Kyle Dawkis. He's like I said, he's Chris Dawkis' brother. Daukaus. That's who is it? Raw MMA News. He kept saying and MMA Guru. We're both mispronouncing the name, but that's fine. Whatever. And coincidentally, they're both from the United Kingdom. They were saying Daukaus, but it's Dawkis. No biggie. Dawkis is, I don't know if he's a cop, but his brother Chris is a cop in Philadelphia. They both train out of Philadelphia, Martinez BJJ. Kyle Dawkis just got his black belt, his BJJ black belt from Martinez BJJ just recently. Let's see what we got for the favorite, Kyle Dawkis. MMA Guru. He's saying Dawkis by decision. Okay. See, now this one, Matthew Holt treated this as his parlay piece or his lock-in bet. And Clint is passing. So they kind of flip-flopped here. I'm going to write Matt Holt. He's, like I said, Integrity USA. Matt Holt is taking Kyle Dawkis. Clint is passing. Also, Matt Holt and Clint, however, they both agree that it's going to go the distance. So we're going to write over the 2.5. Okay? They both, Matt Holt and Clint both said over. But Clint is passing. He's not taking a side. Now this guy Stoltzfus, his regional fighting, he was in like a weaker regional thing, I think. His regional, you know how they have like, Invicta and LFA and all the Bellator. His was called We Love MMA. And so there was in that We Love MMA fighting promotion. I don't know anybody. I didn't even know it existed until Matthew Holt. Matt Holt on Clint all these links, of course, will be in the description. Matt Holt goes, I love MMA too. Doesn't mean I know how to fight it. It's funny. I don't know. I just guess you had to watch it live. But yeah. From Stoltzfus from We Love MMA. He's 13-1 though. Man, that's so. Anyway, continuing. Raw MMA news. We're just gonna read Raw MMA. Raw MMA news is saying by submission, and he said, "Mark my words, Kyle Daukaus by submission." He said, "Mark my words." MMA fortune teller. The teller actually interviewed Kyle Dawkis. He's big. He's really high on Chris and Kyle, the Dawkis brothers. So he's kind of biased, but he, of course, is taking Dawkis. I think it's probably because of the interview. eBay's fights predictions. eBay's is saying submission in round 2. Submission in the second round. Okay, and the new guy, UFC Bald Predictions, Bald Luke is saying Kyle Dawkis by decision. Bald Luke. I I don't know why I wrote Bald Luke, but that's his name, Luke, and his channel is UFC Bald Predictions. He's saying by decision. Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's everybody. Another full capper consensus. The second one. Everybody's taking Kyle Dockets to beat Dustin Stoltzfus. I mean, yeah, I don't like the value on these anything minus 300 or whatever, but I do like Kyle Dockets. I too am high on the Dawkis brothers. I like Chris and Kyle Dockis. I like Philadelphia Jiu-Jitsu because if you know me, you know I used to train Jiu-Jitsu in Philadelphia. Not at the Martinez. I changed it. I trained with Phil and Ricardo Miglioris at Balance Studios. Okay. But I'm not going to go against this consensus. I'm not, but don't get me wrong. This Stoltzfus at 13-1, do not count him. I'm just using this as a parlay piece. Maybe I'll live bet it, but I doubt it. I learned my lesson last week. I didn't tell you about last week, but I can, hold on. Just give me uno momento, por favor. Let me see. Let me pull my record from last week where I won it. Oh, so salty, so upset. Yeah, UFC Vegas 14. How did I do? That damn Brandon Allen. Damn him. That damn Kay Hansen. Damn her. Reese McKee. Damn you. Miranda Granger. Danger Granger. What happened? And Geraldo de Freitas. Come on. Yeah, I went 2-5. I got the Japanese Kanako Murata. I won that one. And Dontal Mays. I won that one. But yeah, 2-5. At least I'm being transparent. I'm not doctoring my results. That's that. Whatever. You get some of these. Sometimes you get good weekends. Sometimes you get negative, minus weekends. So yeah, this past weekend was a negative. I lost roughly, I lost a couple hundred in UFC, and then football, I thought I was going to make it back. Yeah, I lost a couple hundred more. What are you going to do? That's all right. Last night, I picked the Chicago Bears and the under. The under hit. Unfortunately, the Bears didn't. And the Bears lost to the Vikings. Yeah, so I get in little ruts, whatever. I'm going to bounce back, and I'm playing more. I'm going to use my brain, be more sensible. Last week I was just throwing desperation bets, live bet right before desperation. You know, I should have just, a lot of those I was going to fireball, popcorn, just walk away and just enjoy the fights. But then I was like, I'm going to throw money on it because I'm such a degenerate gambler. So be it. Anyway, I'm going to use Kyle Dockis as a parlay piece. But I think he's going to probably get it done by, I don't know, we got a decision, submission. Teller didn't say. I'm saying decision only because Clint and Matthew Holt both said it's going to go over the 2.5. So I'm with them. I hold them in high regard. I'm taking decision. Kyle Dockis. Okay. Finally, the top of the early prelims. I have there's 4 prelim fights I'm doing probably tomorrow. So anyway, we've got at welterweight, Alan Brahma, Jouban. He is you might recognize his name. He's a commentator and like a model. Yeah, he's a model and a commentator. He's a good looking guy. What are you gonna say? He is however, he's getting up there in age. He's 37 years old, Jouban, 37. He's the favorite here at minus 145 with the record of 16-7. He's taking on Jared Gooden. Jared Gooden is Night Train. Jared Night Train Gooden. There's a show called the guys or the boys. And there's a superhero in there, Night Train. He's like super fast. I didn't watch the second season or nothing, but I remember Night Train. He looks kind of like him. You know, Jared Gooden is, you know, the famous pitcher from the Mets, Dwight Gooden. That's Dwight Gooden's son. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I don't think they're related. I'm just playing. The Mets are my favorite team, and Dwight Gooden was. Anyway, Jared Gooden. I don't think he's related. They probably would have mentioned that. But anyway, Jared Gooden, Night Train. He comes in as the underdog at plus 125. These are all from Bet Online as of last night, roughly around 9 o'clock. I got these odds. Okay. 17-4 for Jared Gooden. Like I said, underdog at plus 125. He's 26 years old. Okay. Taking Brahma, Alan Jouban. Alan Jouban, he's kind of on his way out, you know, and Jared Gooden, contender. This is his UFC debut too. He's kind of on his way in. They're kind of like on both opposite sides of that circulating door. One's going out, one's coming in. So, but MMA fortune teller is taking Alan Jouban. You know what? I'm gonna wait because I messed it up now. I was gonna be, but anyway, okay. MMA Guru. Guru is saying Gooden first round KO. First round KO. First round knockout for Gooden. Okay. Matthew Holt also taking the side of Gooden. Clint from Die Hard MMA podcast also taking Gooden. Both of them are in agreement on there. Raw MMA News. He's taking Gooden to get the job done. eBay's is saying first round KO. Again, another first round knockout for Gooden. And finally, UFC Bald Predictions is also taking Jared Gooden. But over here, it would be a full capper consensus. It would have been 3. Bang, bang, bang. Good parlay. But, a fortune teller. The teller. MMA fortune teller. He's siding with Alan Jouban. If you're the only one messing up a full capper consensus, then you get the whole side of your board for yourself. Good on you, MMA fortune teller. He's the only one taking Alan Jouban. And Alan Jouban is the favorite. Minus 145. But after watching all these cappers, listening to their talking and stuff, and like I said, you know, I hold many of them in very high regard, but especially Matt Holt and Clint from Die Hard. I'm not taking anything away from these other guys, but these two, I just have them on a different level. Upper level. Another level. Anyway, so if they're both in agreement with Gooden, and they convince me to, Gooden, like they're the ones I think said in and outdoor. Jouban on his way out, Gooden on his way in. They also said Alan Jouban has a soft chin. He's a lot slower than he was 10 years ago. 37. And coincident, Gooden has more, even though he's 11 years younger, he's got more wins and less losses. And he's still the underdog. But it's because Jouban has a lot of UFC experience. Gooden, this is his debut. But I'm taking Gooden. I think he's going to get it done by KO. I'm not going to say first round, but that's what these guys are saying, first round KO. I will say within under. So I'm gonna say knockout. Round 2. I'm gonna say round 2. Jouban, I mean, he might have a soft chin, he might be slow, but he's got to be able to make it out of the first round, you'd think, right? Especially he's the favorite. So, yeah, my pick is Jared Gooden, Night Train, over Alan Brahma, Jouban. There you go. So to recap, time check. I've got Luis Cosce beating Palatnikov. What's his first name? Palatnikov? Sasha Plattenkov within the distance. I have Kyle Dawkis beating Dustin Stoltzfus by decision. And finally, I have Alan Jouban beating beating Jared, or no, I don't. What am I thinking? Pretty boy Jouban, come on. I have Jared Gooden beating Alan Jouban by KO round 2. So there you have it. Gather the info, place the bets, and cash the tickets. I appreciate you dealing with me this early morning. Be sure to give me that thumbs up. Leave a comment if you want on this. Parlay these. I'm not with the values at -300 and -380. This is the only one. This is a good individual bet. Take Gooden. You don't got to say KO round 2. You got him at a plus numbers. Take him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to parlay all 3 of these. There's a bet, and I'm going to individual bet Gooden within distance. So anyway, good luck on these bets. And tonight I am going to be doing, I noticed this morning I got my handicapper picks from some of my favorites, football, NFL, sports handicappers. So tonight after work, I think I'm going to do a football, NFL Week 11 football videos. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, good luck on these right here. And I'll see you next episode.